Son of God. He's going to be a healer, a doctor. He's going to heal people. He's going to appear very angelic. He's going to be very tall and commanding. He'll even be barefoot, walk the earth barefoot with his apparel that he's stolen and from somewhere. I don't know. They probably just sewed him up some clothes to look ancient. But they're going to have this ancient apparel. They're not going to come wearing Armani suits. Or looking like they just stepped out of a strip mall or a shopping plaza or something, department store. They're going to have the ancient apparel to go with the whole Hollywood facade, that he's the Son of God and these are his angels coming with him, and these angels are very tall, angelic-looking beings. And to finish the whole facade, some of the things I've been seeing in the past several years in the codes was that, and I've seen a total 180. I've seen a total 180 in the codes in regards to George Bush, and so I wanted to talk about that tonight because several years I have seen the route that was going to happen. And if you followed the New Age sites, they were pretty much on the same page with what I was saying in regards to the threats. I mean, they talk about threatening Bush and having him impeached out of office and stuff, arrested, and they already had their resignation tapes made ahead of time, and they go on and on and on. But what I've seen is that was very true, that if George Bush didn't go along with the program, wasn't going to align with this Maitreya and this whole alien agenda coming, they fully planned on arresting him and Bush, him and Cheney, and killing them both as an example to the world about warmongers and how now it's a time for peace. This is the age of Aquarius. God's here. We're building God's kingdom on earth. They're going to build the whole charade there. And Bush and Cheney, Bush wasn't going to go along with it, and they were going to kill both of them as an example. Well, somewhere along the line, Bush has changed his mind. Because now Bush is going to go along with the charade. And he is going to be a big promoter and supporter of this Kool-Aid, this juice, this white monoatomic gold. He's going to be drinking it himself. He's going to drink it. Yeah, my computer's totally getting bombarded right now with virus attacks. Just hope the walls can stand up and keep those from hitting my computer so I can finish speaking tonight. He is going to promote this juice, and he is going to get to the point where he starts glowing and looking like a divine being. And I've always said he's a candidate to be the human aspect of the Antichrist on Earth. I don't know if it will happen, if it was going to happen this year. This is the route it would take. Now, if it would go this year and Bush is out of office and Hillary or Obama gets in, then we go a different route. Then the codes will change and I'll start to see what's going to happen from that point on. All I can tell you is what I see at the present. At this point, if things were going to start happening now, that's what I'm seeing in the codes. And so what I see is Bush with a transubstantiation where he just changes from a human into a godlike divine being where he's glowing because he's drinking this juice. And that's what it does. It's going to give these people a false glow. It changes, it tweaks their DNA, turns all of the codons onto the DNA that the Lord had shut off, and it eventually destroys them. It looks like it has benefits at first. But I even question which Bush is the one drinking this juice and transubstantiating and stuff, because the codes also reveal that there's a double of Bush. And so you don't know which one. Is it the real Bush or the double, the fake? Because if you look at Obama, he's a lizard. He's not even real human. And Bush is a double. And so, and Hillary, she's the highest ranking Satanist on Earth other than George Bush Sr., and she's very high ranked in the Mothers of Darkness group, the MOD group, M-O-D, Mothers of Darkness, and what was her name? Wilder. Can't think of her first name. Did an interview with David Icke, and she exposed the whole Mothers of Darkness group. And I've talked about it earlier because of Hepzibah. If you go back to my blog at sherryschreiner.blogspot.com, and I talked about this Hepzibah, who was also very high ranking in this mod group, Mothers of Darkness, because they have all these little satanic groups around the United States. one of the biggest ones based right in Missouri, around Springfield, that whole area there around Springfield, Missouri. You go north and south of it, thinking that certain women are born with generational demons, and so they're fit to give birth to the Antichrist, and so they give all this homage to these girls, and it's such a laugh. I mean, we don't have time for the birth of the Antichrist. He's about to appear, and so it's just a charade to keep all these little satanic groups in line, thinking they're special and they have some big significance within Satan's kingdom to fulfill. It just keeps them in line. It's like give the kids some toys to play with. But anyway, that's what Hillary is. She's one of these mothers of darkness. Arizona Wild, that's her name. New way to think of it. But she talks about that whole Mothers of Darkness group as well. And so that's pretty much what we have to look forward to, folks, is that he has, according to the codes, aligned. And I told you he was going to align with Maitreya, the next president of the United States. It didn't matter who it was, whether it was Bush or Bush staying in office or Hillary coming in or Obama coming in, that they would hand the rulership of America over. And so Bush, saving his own neck because they were going to chop it off anyway if he didn't go along with the program, has decided he's going to go along with the program. And so he may just pass the keys on to the next person who comes in, or we could start seeing a lot of things implemented this year, just this year alone. March being a very active month. I know a lot of people getting hyped up on satellites falling to Earth. Folks, these aren't satellites. These aren't aluminum, metal, eye-in-the-sky satellite type things. These are, I believe, that these are some type of alien ships that are going to start falling out of the skies. Now, we have two scenarios here. We have the fact that Planet X is coming in, and it's going to start hurling rocks and space debris towards the Earth. And I remember back in 2001, seeing in 2009, that the Earth would actually get hit 3 times by comet and asteroid-type rocks. One affecting the West Coast, one possibly hitting the Great Lakes. I think it was October that it was possible that one would hit the Great Lakes. And I remember seeing Chicago going under the water. I remember seeing Los Angeles slide under the water, and this is different times, and I'm just now thinking about all the stuff that I've seen in the codes related to visions that I've had over the years, and how that, it's probably what causes it. I don't know. But there was 3 of them that were going to hit the Earth in 2009. It was a possibility. And so we're definitely looking at getting hit by space debris. But also we've got the whole Independence Day movie facade coming. And I don't know if you saw the end of Independence Day, when all these UFOs and these UFO motherships started crashing to Earth and falling out of the sky. We're going to see that scenario too. I don't know how soon that one's going to start. And so whenever I see that something's being hurled toward Earth, I have to think twice. Okay, what is it? Is it just a space debris rock, or is it one of these UFO ships? Because if you look, when I look in the codes and I see luminaries and satellites and comets and asteroids, they're all hollow. And everything in space is hollow. Earth is hollow, all the planets are hollow, the sun's hollow, the moons are hollow, everything's hollow. But in this particular instance, all these rocks and asteroids and comets and things like that are hollow, they all contain these aliens that have been imprisoned since the first rebellion. And they've become prisons of